It's no secret that we are in the middle of one of the worst droughts here in San Diego, and many of you are trying to cut down on your water consumption. This morning we have the Home Pro Show here with ideas on how you can cut down on your water bill by making some changes to your yard. The host of the show, Clint August, is out today. Sean Johnson is taking over the hosting duties. What did you do with Clint?
Well, we decided to give Clint a little bit of time off. Even he needs a little vacation. So Greg just got back from Paris, so we decided to send Clint over to Paris too.
Lucky dog.
No, not really, but he is taking a little bit of time off. But we do have Tiger Palafox from Mission Hills Nursery in today.
Good morning.
Greg Canner, 30 years in the business, Murray Lampert Design, Build, Remodel. Greg, we want to talk about approaching your yard with a plan, and that's really important when it comes to your yard.
It really is, and Mission Hills Nursery's been in San Diego for over 100 years, and everyone knows that you have a great selection of plants and fruit trees and everything, but I don't think everyone knows that you do landscape design and landscape construction. So why don't you get into your process and what someone should expect when they call you?
Well, one of the first things is, like you said, we've been in the industry for a long time, and one of the hardest things people attempt is their landscape, because there's just not the knowledge of it. But there's some key things they need to think about whenever designing a landscape. One of the first things is there any particular parts of the landscape they're trying to achieve a goal with, whether it's shading the house or creating a low water or edible garden in a specific area, or maybe they have kids and they need a big area for them to play or something like that. But there's ways to go about it when you're planning ultimately that can help you achieve that goal and then have a long-term landscape plan.
So you listen to people's lifestyle needs and then you design the plan around that.
Yeah, exactly. That's the first thing. We don't want to put our goals on their yard. We want to listen to them first and let them tell us what their goals are.
Is a goal that a lot of people have these days low water usage?
Definitely, because water rates are going up. We are in a drought kind of situation here that we need to consider eliminating some of those high water landscape areas and replacing them with low water plants. But you don't have to replace with rock or cactus. You have wonderful choices out there.
I always say it doesn't have to look like a rock quarry. You can still make it look colorful. I mean, look at some of these plants these are low water use plants, drought tolerant plants.
Exactly.
Right?
This is a great example here. This is a calendrinia. It's got a beautiful pinkish, purplish flower there. It's a succulent. You water it maybe once every 2 to 3 weeks, and it still looks just this good. But it's a very pretty plant.
Lush that is.
Yeah.
And that's great because it's low water usage and beautiful, and also edibles are something people have talked a lot about these days, and it's a very hot topic, right?
And if you're going to be spending money on water, it's nice to get something from that plant ultimately. Right here next to us we have a mandarin tree. You know those cuties that you like to buy in the grocery store? That's a mandarin.
Delicious. Yeah.
Exactly. Why not have one of those? They produce tons and tons of mandarins every year that you won't be able to eat them all. You'll be sharing them with neighbors and friends and family.
The other
so
thing
it's a great choice.
Is vegetables. I mean, we were talking what a great hobby, and you said it only is maybe an hour twice a week to nurture a vegetable garden and produce some great eats.
In San Diego, being one of the biggest farming cities here, we have the largest amount of local farms. It's a wonderful climate to grow tomatoes, strawberries, peppers, all of that stuff.
And we actually have a question from social media that relates to this from a viewer. I love the idea of having a garden with edibles, but we have a busy schedule. About how much time is needed to have a small garden we can be proud of and eat off of?
Well, one of the first things is you have to hook up an irrigation system to it that runs on a clock. So that way at least the watering's done. And then, as Greg mentioned, about an hour twice a week tending to it, trimming it, harvesting it is all that you need to do.
And that's not too much time.
No.
And one of the things we wanted to bring up, people always think about Mission Hills as a great nursery, but with your design and install services, you have a special offer you're running right now. What's that offer through the Home Pro Show?
Definitely. Come to the nursery and we giving a 10% discount on any kind of design or installation services up to $500, which is a great deal because it can save you a lot of money. And fall is the time to do this right now.
So we were talking about too that if someone doesn't want to spend a lot of money and do the whole house landscaping, you could break it up into pieces, but it starts with a good design and then you can phase the construction.
Definitely.
Absolutely. So Heather, you're able to get a landscape design and install with Mission Hills Nursery, and there's a lot of savings on that right now.
A lot of people are going to be taking advantage of that, especially in an effort to save water and therefore save money. Thanks, guys, so much. Also, a free resource to find approved home pros. They make it easy on you, approvedhomepros.com. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Thank you.